Okay, this is a working that you can use to draw in your soulmate. I'm calling on spirits. I don't like the word you're using. I'm calling on spirits to assist and do some heavy lifting for me. Also, I'd like to say that I think I should address something first. This is a natural way, and this will bring you the person that is meant to be, for you in life. I think the client has made an excellent decision by doing this. She's put a call to the universe to bring her the ideal man and the man that's meant to be for her, rather than tampering with someone's free will. I know I do these spells to bring back exes and things like that, but I much more prefer to do this type of work because it goes with the natural flow. Uh, I think I should say that, and I'm going to take this into another video, that uh, love work is extremely complex. There are so many variables in love work. Um, there's never a guarantee that you can bring that person back, and especially in a time frame, as you already know, because I keep on preaching this. I'd like to say also that I don't think a love spell is permanent, not in my opinion, and I'd be wary of anyone who tells you that a love spell is permanent or they can bring someone back in a certain amount of time, be it 21 days, whatever. I think love spells will run out of steam at some point because the free will of the person that you've put the spell on will start, overtaking. That free will is a very, very strong thing, and it's very hard to actually override that. Uh, yeah, it can be done, and you may get a good 6 months out of it. You may get a year, 6 years, who knows? It's anyone's guess. But I do think that the love spell will, it will wear itself out. It'll run out of steam. Uh, there's ways of tackling this. If you really, really want that person to be with you, you just keep putting spells on the person. If you're happy with that, in my opinion, I wouldn't be happy with that at all. I would not want to be with a zombified person, but everyone's different. I'm not here to judge. That's one thing I have to say. I'm not here to judge. I respect, people, and at the end of the day, I do light work and I do dark work, so I can't judge. But I just want to say that I think that the client is doing the right thing. It's just to say that love work, in my opinion, it's not uh, permanent. So just be careful, people, of anyone who says that a spell will last forever and ever, because I really would put a big question mark on that. You can't say these things, you can't make those claims. It's impossible. Anyway, doll babies, this is hers and this is his. And I just made this little doll and I've loaded it with some bits and pieces, powders, oils pertaining to love. And I have baptized this doll in the name of the Soulmate. And this is baptized in the client's name. I also put together an actual letter, and the letter to the universe. So she sent me I've just got a few notes here. I'm not going to read out exactly everything, but she sent me a few bits and pieces of what she wants in a person, in a guy. So, perfect love, generous, caring, accepting of family. But I also like to add in my own bits and pieces, like emotionally, spiritually, and physically at one with each other. No one will ever come between them. Their bond is unbreakable. Things like that. Yeah, so I like to do that, but I have penned a letter, and I think I'll do a video on that with regards to asking the universe to bring, with the aid of, I'm actually calling on Sin Expedite and Holy Death. Sin Expedite for speed and Holy Death for the love aspects and stuff. The two together, the two saints work well together, so I'm calling on both of them. So I addressed the letter with the aid of the Holy Death and Saint Expedite to bring this lady, the man that's for her, and to bring her happiness and love and everything. to just for a happy ending to her life. But don't think that I'm shunning people who. I just want you to make sure that I'm not shunning people that do want to pursue the free will. You could be with someone at the moment and you just want them to be a bit more attentive to you if you're married to someone, or if you're seeing someone, or there's been a breakup and you want to get the person back. I understand that, and I understand the heaviness that feels in a person, because when I do these workings, I wouldn't call it psychic, even if that's a word, psychicness. It's more like I can feel what's going on in that person, the feeling of the stress, the anxiety, the feeling of being stifled when that person leaves you and you want that person back. It's a very heavy burden to carry around, and you really want a quick fix to that. So anyway, I'm starting to ramble, but that's the feeling I get, and I don't judge that. So just so that you all know, I really don't judge. I can't judge anyone with what I do here. So that's being fumigated, but I'm going to pop in some cascarilla. So I'm going to deal with the little letter at the end, but I'm going to bind the dolls together, and because we want commitment and it's just going to be your basic little jar working. But we're using the padlock because we want the love to be locked and bound. But because to be honest with you, because it's a soulmate, I think that I know that will happen anyway. We've got the ring for commitment and the padlock. And we'll just join them together, and I'm just going to make a few little statements into myself whilst I'm binding, and I'm binding towards me. Okay. Okay, so it looks like that, and I'm popping it in. The dolls have been anointed with bits and pieces, but I'm going to, wreck the place. I'm going to put some more powders, etc., into this jar whilst I'm here. I need some rose water. Okay, let's see. Love oil. So we want the sexual attraction. I'm going to put a bit of ginger in along with some cinnamon. If you don't have cinnamon, you could use Damiana. I'm looking for my cinnamon. It should be here somewhere. Cinnamon. Okay, so we want to get some, what's this called? Ladies' mantle. And we're going to put in some eye brights, which is great for the truth of the matter. Expedite oil, Scent Expedite oil. Again, I'm only using this because I have it. If you don't have it, don't worry. If you're, attempting to do this working, don't worry about that. Just I have the oil at hand. We need some road opener, just so that the ladies' roads are opened. Oh, I go through so many of these. I wish they would make them in bigger containers. Okay, just gonna pop a little bit more in. It's always important to see in your mind's eye, because otherwise you're just putting things into jars. So I've called already I've called to the saints and I've asked them for help, and I've basically told them what I'll do for them when they come through for me. So I'm hoping that they'll come through quickly, and the client, she'll start seeing changes. That's a little bit of precipitation powder. No, it's oil. So that we can get there we go, so that we can get things moving. This is church dirt because I really like this in love spells. And I need some of my dried out rose petals. You know how these jars work by now, I'm sure. Okay. I want to keep what I'm putting in here to be, quite clean. I don't want any, anything that's going to be too forceful, because we want this to happen naturally. Peace powder, because obviously when this couple get together, we don't want arguments or any struggles. Some chamomile as well. Okay. And a little bit of pheromone in there. You don't have to use pheromones. This spell can even be, I think there's actually one on the channel where I used figure candles. I really do like working with dolls. I love working with dolls. My favorite type of spell is to work with dolls. I find dolls are, to me, they work quicker. In my own opinion, they work quicker, but everyone's different. Every person's magic is different. So anyway, I'm going to put a few more bits and pieces into this. I just don't have what I'm looking for at hand. I'm going to put some brown sugar in here. And I'm going to put a few more bits and pieces. I've got confetti somewhere around here. I'm not sure where it went, but I will put it in. It's here somewhere. I honestly think that some sort of pixies are coming in here at night and they're moving things around. That's a joke. Okay. I'll go put it to the side. I've got a few cards I'm going to read on the subject. Just a basic little reading, and I will come back in a second with that. Okay, I'm back. A few little cards. I'm not reading any Lenormand cards. I thought I'd just pull some oracle cards because they get straight to the point, and sometimes there's some nice little messages in there. So the first cards are from the answer deck. So this is, there's no set timeline or anything along those lines, but I think it's probably tuning into how you're feeling. First one out is anxiety, followed by doubt. So I'm not sure. Obviously, maybe you're feeling that, things aren't coming together the way you'd like them to. Next card, actually, the next card is patience. And then we've got the stranger. Very interesting. Okay. Friend. So these two cards stick out to me. The friend and the stranger. I think you're going to meet someone who's going to become a very good friend, and I think things will progress from there. So, watch out for that because I think that's what's going to happen. And then I did look at some. These are the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. And the first card is the Raven. It's a card of magic, coincidence, synchronicities, and events. And they have a big glare. There's quite a bright glare of these cards I saw. They're really attractive cards. Oh, and then we've got the King. I think that's him. Man, authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to law. So I really do think a masculine energy will come into your life very soon. That's a good sign. Followed by the Frog, cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. So if there's any issues in the past to do with previous relationships, now would be a good time to sort them out and let them go. Because in order to get involved with someone else, you want that clean slate, if that makes sense. Then we've got the Wind Fairy, thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. Yeah. Sometimes I see this card, be careful of what you're thinking, because what you think can turn into a situation that you accidentally create, if that makes sense. You can actually, by thought, you can actually create your own reality. Negative thought patterns can cause, in my opinion, negative situations. So be careful of that, just to let you know. And then we've got letting go. That's not worrying over the result of your magic, or worrying about when you might meet this person, how you're going to meet this person, panicking over when it will be. That is a card of handing it over to the universe and letting it happen. Just letting it happen. Do not stress. Do not even think about how things are going to fall together. Allow things to happen. Allow the two of you to, the synchronicities, like that other card said. Allow the synchronicities to happen. And I think things are going to turn out quite well for you. I do think there will be a man coming into the equation very soon. As a friend first, but I believe that all good relationships start as friends first. So I think it looks really positive. Please keep in touch with me and let me know how things are going on, how things are going. How things are moving. I'm always interested to know how things are, getting along with people. You all have my email, thehouseofmagick@gmail.com. If I can be of any help to anyone, hit me up. It does take me a bit of time to get back to you all. I know that. So that's what I've got for tonight. We're going to get moving into some different areas, some different paradigms. More glacial work is on the way. A little bit on the workings to do with the intrinsic spirit, a bit of information coming up very, very soon. So please stay tuned. Thanks for all your likes. Thanks for all your shares. I'm just thankful for, everyone that can sit through me warbling on for 20 minutes. Anyway, it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com.